My students can't read.
They're not recognizing letters. They're not recognizing letter sounds.
Attention spans are waning because everything is high stimulation. They can just scroll, watch less than a minute.
We are in a crisis mode in American schools.
The kids can't read, write, or remember anything or use their imaginations, and the teachers are wondering why.
Right now, there is a major emergency in our schools, and teachers are the ones trying to warn us.
I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
When I tell you that these babies cannot read, they cannot write, and they cannot comprehend, I'm not being funny.
I'm being dead serious. These kids aren't just struggling. They literally cannot read or write or understand the basic things they need to survive in the real world. It is not clicking anymore.
Vast majority of students that I teach in my class do not know how to read, write, comprehend, critical think. They just cannot.
It's easy to just blame the pandemic or phones. Everyone talks about iPad kids who are rude and have zero social skills.
Everyone's always saying, oh, the kids are lost. Like the kids don't know how to read. They don't know how to write. They're so disrespectful. They have no social skills. They're just iPad kids times 1,000. Like, it's so bad. It's so awful. Yeah, because the hot Cheeto girls became parents first.
But while we are joking about it, these kids are becoming teenagers and young adults. They are watching content and following trends made for people way older than them, but their actual brain development is lagging behind.
She wore a sahalit of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro. She wore a, oh baby, she wore a silhouette of clothes that were, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read.
Everyone is talking about brain rot on TikTok, but we need to look at why these kids were basically set up to fail from day one. So why are older people so worried about today's classrooms? Probably because they remember when school was actually designed to turn you into a responsible adult.
The work of the American form of government is education. For true democracy can exist only among a people prepared from childhood for the responsibilities of citizenship.
The old system forced kids to take responsibility for their own actions.
Hank, I can teach you how to punctuate and to spell and how to write themes, but more important, you must learn to face responsibility. While you're a student at Lincoln High, it's your job to know what the lesson is, how it's to be done, and when it's expected. I can't make you responsible. That you have to do for yourself. That's all, Hank. Thank you.
I am not saying we need to go back to the 1950s, but I want to show you how much the bar has been lowered.
Read this word.
Betwin.
What?
Betwin.
What?
Betwin.
Okay, just making sure.
Showing me how to spell between.
Is that H? Is that a W?
No, that's an H.
Back in the day, school wasn't just about math. You learned how to read while also learning how to run a house or do a trade like carpentry.
2 older children go to an LCC primary school. They learn not only from books, they also learn how to become good citizens able to earn their living. Girls, for instance, enjoy domestic science, boys carpentry, metalwork, and so on.
We all know it was more stricter then. Your grandparents weren't lying about the rulers, and their classrooms was run on disciplined.
The schools could be pretty strict. Students would sit politely on wooden benches for fear of caning.
Come up here this instant, you little upstart. I'll show you who's teaching this class.
The magic back then was that kids built habits and focus before they tried to succeed at schoolwork. They were trained for mental endurance.
Stand up, young man. Are you a Negro, Travis?
No.
Are you a flunky, Travis?
No.
What are you?
I am black and beautiful.
And what else are you? Are you a boy?
No.
What are you?
Oh, man.
These kids handled their own schedules without anyone holding their hands. They had to log in because a loud, messy classroom was seen as a total failure.
It looks as if everyone is busy at work, but it's so noisy. Sometimes children drop things on the floor. They call across the room and talk out loud. You couldn't learn very much here. And you couldn't be proud to be part of such a noisy room, could you?
Students were expected to sit still and be engaged for hours. If they missed a note, they went to the teacher to fix it themselves. School was the final step before you became a full-blown citizen.
Miss Jackson, I'm sorry, but I didn't get the complete assignment for tomorrow. There was so much noise in the hall.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's chapters 9 and 10. Read them and be ready to discuss them tomorrow.
Chapters 9 and 10. Read and be ready to recite in class, as we have been doing. Is that it?
That's it. And I promise not to wait until the end of the period to make the assignment next time.
Thank you.
Now I know what you're thinking. Kids have always been kids, and you're right. Whether it's 1942 or 2026, the urge to act up and get distracted is in their blood.
What's this? What kind of behavior do you call this? Wait a minute, you stay where you are. This is the kind of behavior I might have expected of you. All I do is leave the room for a few minutes, and what do I find? Confusion, disorder. And you, what were you doing?
I was just going...
Going to what? Throw the eraser, I suppose. It's a good thing I caught you. I'll make an example out of you.
But
That's enough out of you. Leave this room and report to the principal's office immediately.
Schools used to understand that being a kid wasn't an excuse for failing. Even the students knew that if they didn't focus, they would face the ultimate punishment, repeating the grade.
In class, for example, I know the rules. One is that to get the most out of a subject, you must follow the classwork. But I've gotten into the habit of letting my mind wander to other things.
Most of you have no foundation at all. Now, the trouble's with your attitude. You don't pay enough attention in class. You don't do enough work outside of it. You don't know what the word study means. You haven't the slightest idea. Don't you realize that mathematics is an important subject? I tell you right now that unless you get over your lazy habits and come up to the standards I've set for this class, many of you will have the pleasure of repeating this course next semester.
There is nothing wrong with slowing down to help a kid catch up, but the old system didn't just let them off the hook. Eventually, instead of helping kids reach a high bar, the system just decided to lower the bar. But first, that strict old school style started to fail too. Dropout rates started soaring because not everyone thrived under that factory style of learning.
The dropout problem is a tremendous problem nationwide.
Does anyone have an idea as to why, Rebecca?
Well, there are many reasons that research points out that a reason why students are dropping out. One reason is because of low self-esteem, and because students are just not motivated like they should be or like they used to be in the past.
By the 1980s, the government realized this was a national crisis. Dropouts were making less money and paying fewer taxes, which hurt the economy. The government stepped in with No Child Left Behind. It sounded perfect on paper. Every kid would succeed. But once schools were legally responsible for success, things got messy. To keep from looking like they were failing, schools focused entirely on test scores. If a school looked bad, they lost money. To stay out of trouble, they just set really low standards.
The kids who should have been left behind are now parents of the kids where every student succeeds. The kids who should have been left behind have now made it that every student succeeds because they were failures in school. No shade.
Teachers, go ahead and put the zeros in the grade book. Just go ahead and put the zeros because y'all been offering recovery work since August. And then I'm getting a million emails, baby, give them the zero. Because I don't even recall us getting this many chances when I was in school.
They can't learn the high school material because they can't even read the instructions.
Colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He's asking the choir to accommodate to the governor's schedule, right?
Yeah, in your own words.
Colonel is asking the choir to accommodate to it.
In your own words.
I don't know, bro.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He asked the choir to accommodate. I don't know.
They aren't being taught to retain information because everything is mapped out for them on an app.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why children are not able to retain information anymore. Like, we just spent 3-4 weeks practicing, rehearsing, going over the lessons, doing worksheets, doing whiteboard work, small group, whole group, repeat it again. And then we come to the test. And I got kids looking at me like, I don't know what to do. Yo, we just spent all this time and you retained nothing?
We are raising a generation that is spoon-fed every step.
Kids do not know how to take tests. They ask me so many questions whenever they take a test. And they're not like, can you read this to me? It is, I don't get what it's asking me. Can you help me with this? We have been so used to helping kids that they don't know how to do it on their own. And that is a problem. We are raising an entire generation to be spoon-fed what to do next.
And now AI like ChatGPT is doing the actual thinking for them.
I think we've reached a point with AI where we can confidently say this is not a tool that is revolutionizing learning. This is a nightmare that is destroying learning. 100% of times when I see students use it, it is so they do not have to think. I'm talking about putting an essay prompt into ChatGPT, not even reading the essay prompt, copying and pasting the results into a doc and submitting it without even reading it over.
It's gotten so bad that third graders don't even know their own home addresses.
They don't know their parents' numbers. They don't even know what apartment they live in. They don't know what street they live on, which brings me into number 4. They don't know their address. We ask them, where do you live? I live down the block. Well, what's your address? I don't know. I'm talking about third graders, y'all.
The worst part, accountability is dead. You see parents on TikTok getting mad at teachers for giving bad grades.
Got home today and her report cards, these report cards are weird. I've never seen report cards like this before, but her handwriting score, all of them were 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, not meeting standards. I'm not meeting standards at this time. Okay, first name, a 1. Last name, a 1. Uppercase letters, lowercase letters. Okay, I understand she might get them mixed up. You see she only missed 3 right here for the uppercase letters, and she missed 5 for the lowercase letters. So I'm trying to figure out like what's really going on in the school. Like, I'm really about to change schools again.
But then they write letters to the school filled with typos and text stuff.
Okay, so yesterday, y'all know that Koi got her report card, and I wrote the teacher a letter. Don't talk about my handwriting. I graduated high school, and I did some college, so.
She starts off, hey, Miss Kid. Notice she spelled hey, H-A-Y. Then when she says Miss Kid, she put a lowercase m. No apostrophe in between the I and the M in I. She says, I've never seen a report card like this. I figured it out, though. Got capital letters in the middle of a sentence, just like your child. And then the one letter you're supposed to have capital, the I, is lowercase. She put a capital F and figured.
After she uploaded her response to the teacher, her letter that, keep in mind, starts with hey, written H-A-Y, the internet had a field day.
People that should have been left behind are creating kids that are not going to be unfortunately left behind. This is the letter that the parent wrote to the teacher. I'm pretty sure you can guess what the issue was.
Your daughter's kindergarten teacher is not picking on your daughter. She's saving her from generational illiteracy.
The daughter is struggling to write her name because the mother's illiterate. The letter is filled with grammar mistakes, right? It looks like she's using more so text language, which is not how you write a formal letter. Everyone in the comments is like, oh, okay, now we see.
When parents make excuses for their kids being too tired or too emotional for homework, the kids are the ones who lose.
It's from a parent who actually made my life very, very difficult all year. One of the emails was, my child had soccer practice until 8 p.m. and was too tired to complete the homework. Please excuse them from this assignment. I get it. People are tired. Not a problem. How about you ask for another day? How about you say my child will do it over the weekend? I'm okay with an extension as long as they get the practice. But no, they just didn't want to do it. Teachers literally cannot hold students accountable when the parents will find every excuse in the book because their child is too emotional and too tired.
For the first time in history, we have a generation that is less cognitively capable than their parents.
Our kids are less cognitively capable than we were at their age. Since we've been standardizing and measuring cognitive development since the late 1800s, every generation has outperformed their parents. And that's exactly what we want. We want sharper kids. Until Gen Z. Gen Z is the first generation in modern history to underperform us on basically every cognitive measure we have, from basic attention to memory to literacy to numeracy to executive functioning to even general IQ, even though they go to more school than we did. So why? What happened? What happened around 2010 that decoupled schooling from cognitive development? If you look at the data, once countries adopt digital technology widely in schools, performance goes down significantly.
As soon as digital tech flooded the schools, performance tanked. These kids have the world in their pockets, yet they are underdeveloped. They didn't fail the system completely failed them.